Okay, let's kind of do it this way. First off, this old building is way over 100 years old. Construction started in 1905, and it wasn't finished until 1913. All of the wiring and the conduit, most all of it's gone from here. When they built Nick and Jack, they robbed everything out of here and took it down there because they were in such a hurry. This main entryway here would have been full of big power transmission lines, that sort of stuff. This large room here, this is where the generators were. I think there were 12 here, if I remember right, but they were really large. I've got some old photographs to show you too.
Right.
Okay, where the building construction changes, see the style changes? That extra area down there was added in 1952. It's what they call the powerhouse extension. That allowed them to put 2 very large turbines and the generator assemblies in the sunken area up there. These old slots and stuff, this is where we can't really see in that one. There's some others.
I didn't know we were going.
This is drive belts. This one's clogged up. We'll find one we can see. But there were drive belts that came up through the floor to run part of the generator drives. Each generator had its own turbine, though. Each generator had a 3-fan turbine. I wish this was running. Here we go.
You got one?
Yeah, here's one. See the pulleys? There would have been a big belt come up through here for the part of the generator drive. Now the generators, I'm not exactly sure how that worked, but the generators set with a vertical shaft, and it each had its own turbine on it. All of that down there's flooded. You can see the water down there. There is a staircase here, but you guys are not supposed to go down.
Check this out.
Yeah,
This is where the kids used to come. All the way from the other side of the river.
When the dam was completed, the school was only on one side of the river.
Right.
So, and the only way across the river was a bridge that was down there about where the other one is now.
Right.
So that was too far to go. So for quickness and ease, but the school children every day would come in these staircases down to the lowest levels of the dam. There was a tunnel at the base of the dam that went under the dam, under the river, all the way to the other side.
Damn.
And it was a very narrow tunnel. I've been working with a lady who actually was one of the school children. She is 91 years old. And she said it was always wet, water spraying in there, and that if you met someone going the other way, that you had to rub up against one another, that it was that narrow. Wow.
So when I was here, I was doing the AEVPS, the children talking.
Right.
I put it right here.
It went
Periscope
nuts.
360 started going off.
It went nuts.
Temperscope was going off. K2s were going off.
Wow.
Because I was triggering.
Yeah.
Maybe we can see that tonight.
We downloaded that. We've been playing with that in here a little bit too. It always gets a reaction. Because it's a child, I think that it's less threatening to them. It seems to be anyway.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of activity in this room here.
Okay.
But it's such a large area, and part of it's my fault. They know to dodge a K2 meter.
We really don't use K2s.
A lot of people don't use them anymore, but I run tours. And for me to do the tour, you've got to put a little show into it.
Right.
So the K2 meters light up and everything, but I used to come in and ask them to make my lights blink. And now they know that that's a giveaway, and they will skirt around it outside the range of it. But you'll get
They're
activity
smart.
in here. Yeah, they are. They are very intelligent in here. It's very intelligent entities. Some of them are all about playing tricks, touchy like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they do it often. And if you're not really open to it or thinking about it, you won't realize it until it's been 5 minutes after it happened. It's like, oh, that's what that was.
I just got touched. Yeah.
Yeah. But the best one lately, we were in here, about where she's at now. Tapped me on the top of the head like that. But going down here, we'll show you this other part down here. There is...
Cold Joe?
Yes, a little. There is a shadow man on this floor. Here.
All right. We like shadow people.
We like him too. He's not really so nasty. He's more of a jokester, a trickster.
Oh, those are fun.
Well, instead of being mean and foul, he's more about let's just have fun,
Yeah.
you know, which is a little odd. This lower level here, of course, would not have been flooded. That's where they added the new turbines in the 50s. This is where the whirlpool is too.
Oh, yeah.
Famous whirlpool. Have you been here before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
But,
seen Indian ancestors in it. Yeah.
No, it's not.
I know.
He didn't curse it either. What he said was, it's a cursed place, and I don't know anyone would want it. That's what he said, and he said no good would come of it. And so over the years, that became the curse.
Yeah. Wow.
But the storm last week took out the rest of the windows. It was nowhere near this open. Even when Brandon was here what's that, 2 weeks ago, Brandon? 3? You were here? It was nowhere near this open then.
It would have been right before Thanksgiving.
Okay, yeah.
I
Wow.
left for Miami Beach.
Man.
Yeah, that big storm just obliterated the rest of the windows that were left. Of course, they've all been there since the 50s, so.
All right.
And the roof has begun to leak since that storm. I think it did a lot more damage than we even know. By the way, By the way, you guys cannot be on the roof.
Well, I don't want to go on the roof.
Well, if you fall through, it's quite a drop. So.
Don't worry, you land in water.
You hope? me, I would hit it just like this. But there's our whirlpool.
Yep.
Seriously, the water's trying to turn a turbine that he's not there anymore. So making the
There's
circuit,
one.
That's it.
See it?
Making the circuit and then emptying out through the dams. From here to the floor, it would have been about 20 feet.
Yeah.
So you can see how much mud and silt is in here.
Oh, yeah. You see it there?
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
it.
the darker areas, and with all this wind in here, you won't be able to see it much, but you can see the outline of where the turbines sat in the wells,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
You can't swim, and I ain't diving for you.
Yeah. We get good activity on this balcony.
Are we going up there?
Oh yeah, sure. This area up here is where Zach and his crew filmed their.
Yeah, they got a heat signature or a shadow person
They
inside
got
there.
they got a. I call it a shadow figure, but
Yeah.
call it a dark entity. But up here, he's real skittish. He'll run through. He's really pretty foul up here. He doesn't like to do it. He doesn't like.
Right.
We think, I mean, it's only conjecture, the lockers were either for the security thing here or for the men that actually worked out on the spillways.
Yeah.
Nothing else makes sense to have lockers up here for someone's equipment.
No kidding.
You know, I mean, nothing else, it doesn't make any sense.
Hey guys, here's my new locker. It's a long far away from school though.
Try it on for size.
Yeah.
Try it on
Get in
for
there.
size.
Hey, Nathan.
No, I think I'll fit.
Full-size locker. We're trying to get Autumn to try it on for size.
Come on, Mom.
Come on, Autumn.
Yeah, I don't think
You only be in there for a little bit.
Get in there.
You're the bully.
Yeah, all the others have bodies in them. Go ahead.
That's
You know,
right.
we need to fill up the last one.
I think that one ran away. Or it got scared. Looks like it's been shot at.
Yeah, you know, this place, once it became vacant, I've talked to guys much older than me that were here at the time. So in the 60s and 70s, it was just a big old vacant building.
Yeah.
And it was vandalized and they robbed the marble out of the bathrooms and the light fixtures and sold them.
Jeez.
Gunshots and, you know, just the usual stuff. But in those days, it was just an old building, and now, you know, it's something else. It's more historic, and in my mind, you know, it's also the
I think this one ran away too.
with
But it
the
left
entities and stuff, you know, it's a lot
Left the
more
what?
special.
It left
In
the
those
feathers.
days, they didn't get it. They didn't realize, you know, what it
This
was.
one left
Yeah.
the feather too.
Hey, check it out. There's a feather in this one. Must be an Indian.
There was, yeah.
There's 2 feathers in this one.
That's from the pigeon tribe.
Let's see. What was his name? Dragging Canoe or something like that?
Dragon Canoe was that was the Cherokee chief.
Now, is that theoretically a real person?
That's a real person. In fact,
But they just threw it together as a story for here.
no, see, when I started doing the tours here, I was taught that you tell them that all of this was due to the Cherokee curse, and that's why the dam failed.
Right.
And so I did a lot of my own research. And Dragon Canoe was a real person. He did refuse to sign the treaty. And like I was telling you earlier, they asked him why he wouldn't sign the treaty, and he said, because he said, I do not know why anyone would want the land. He said,
Right.
it's soaked in blood, it's a sacred place, and it's cursed, and no good will come of it.
Right.
And that became the Cherokee curse. Actually, what he did, he sort of prophesied. But ironically, he was the one that hated the settlers, and this was his village. So, you know, here we are, I don't know time-wise, 80 years or 100 after he vacated here.
Right.
They built the dam here on the side of his village, which is kind of ironic.
Yeah.
It was called Little Town.
Really,
of Running-
Nathan?
Little Town of Running Water is what it was.
What did he do?
He spit.
No, he didn't.
Oh, you'll contaminate the water, man. Don't spit in it.
I didn't do anything.
Well, it looked like it came right off of you and went straight down.
One more person on tour asked me, where does this go? I'm going to shoot him.
It goes to the high dive.
Now I just tell them it goes up.
Oh, I did that last night just for the hell of it.
What?
We were walking and I found some stairs. Hey, where do these stairs go? They go up.
Yeah.
And then I heard Ghostbusters. I'm like, yep.
Yep. That was actually on television.
Oh, man.
Wow, gosh. By the way, this caution tape on here, do you see why?
I'm not leaning on it.
Really, I mean, I have been warning everyone forever, but I think it's getting worse.
Oh, yeah.
And,
That one has no thing right there.
There's only like 2 or 3 on this whole panel down through the hole. I'll tell you something to watch, though. Late at night sometimes, just does this like this.
Yeah.
Not that violent, but it'll do it like that for no reason. It'll just do it.
Huh.
And the first night it did it, I put my fingers on it and it stopped. And if you put your fingers on it now, it won't stop.
Well, due to the wind coming through, so it's going to keep making
Wasn't
it.
the wind doing it? I don't know. But there's an entity that walks this aisle right here, up and down. He will come through, K2 meters or whatever you're using will light up and go off. You know,
Right.
he's here, he's gone. But I have learned that sometimes he'll come through and it's a 50-50 shot. You chase him, you might catch him. He walks here and he goes back and he walks. We use an Oculus a lot.
Oh, yeah. We were using Oculus 3 and Oculus 5.
We've got a
last night.
5. Brandon and I had a discussion about, he's not so sure he's a firm believer in it, but on the Oculus here, the same entity will ask for a report. And we've gotten names with that. I really think the one that walks there was a security guard, because he'll ask report like that, and I've got to where I'll answer and I'll make something up and talk to him for a minute. There's good activity in here, guys. There's a lot of good activity. You just have to wait on it.
Yeah.
Especially in this area, we do a lot of the sit in the dark thing in here. It works really good in here.
That's one thing that we can't really do, sitting still.
Sit
No,
still.
we got to keep moving.
Well, it's, I used to move, and so you don't know all this. See, I was talking about it earlier. I truly am the new guy in this. And
I think I'm going to go this way. Less water.
I'm learning about the paranormal and the ghost hunting.
Uh-huh.
And I'm running this business. I just got dumped into my lap, And I'm glad. I'm really enjoying it, but it's been a steep learning curve. But seeing all you guys know one another, because you've been doing this for a while.
Oh, yeah.
See, and I don't. And, so I'm meeting everyone, I'm learning this and doing that. It's been pretty strenuous sometimes. These panels here would have had lots of old meters and gauges. There's only a couple left. The cool thing about them is they are marble.
Wow. Yeah, they
The
are.
reason is they didn't have anything else that would not absorb moisture.
All right.
And once it absorbed moisture, you would have electricity jumping circuits. And it's like 2 inches thick. These old panels back here, these are marble too.
Yeah.
But here, they still had the maintenance check tags hanging on them. See them there, there. Give you a little more light. See there?
Oh, yeah.
Probably from the 50s or 60s, the last time they were checked. But all that stuff just hangs. We try not to disturb anything much like that anymore. Just, it's just, you can't replace it.
True.
We are working on cleaning this up. We're not finished by any means, but it's getting better. The cleaning has increased the activity a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, when you go ahead and disrupt their habitat, they get pissed.
We couldn't decide if they were happy we cleaned it up or if we opened pathways for them. See, look, we were here cleaning yesterday.
Yeah.
See, that's falling from there.
Oh, yeah.
And what it is the roof is leaking and it comes through from the roof to the third floor to the second floor. They're over there. You want to go with them or you want to go here?
Yeah. I'm going to turn my light on here.
And like I said, we're not through. We're doing the pilot up and get it out sort of technique. But these last few storms really started getting a lot of water in here. This was the control room until the 50s. These panels here are marble also. Lots of meters and everything. This reel right here, this was the telephone. Remember, no cell phones, no computers. So this reel, he would get a phone call, pull it out, make the switch over here, whatever needed to be done. All the operations of the dam were running here until 52, 53. When they did the powerhouse extension, they moved the control room to the other building. Yes, those are porcelain. Pretty neat. In here, if you ask for Stovepipe, he's here. That was his name. They called him, it was a nickname. We found some more information on him. He worked in the steam plant shoveling coal. And they called him Stovepipe because he was always covered in the coal soot and the black. So they called him Stovepipe. So you can ask for him up here. Sometimes he'll help you out.
All right.
And this mezzanine here,
Watch your step. That's for damn sure.
it's really hard to imagine how much wiring would have come out the back of this control panel.
A lot.
An incredible amount. All the operations of the dam were run from those control panels, so it was massive.
Oh, yeah. All the wires come out of those pipes right there.
And this whole area up here is a little odd. And again, some of it's just kind of guesswork. But see here, this would have been like your show place. We're generating electricity. You can see everything working. Show everybody the good deeds.
What's the big hook for?
Okay, that goes with this crane here. This crane, I didn't show you from down below. That's a 30-ton crane. She was brand new, very late 20s, very early 1930s.
Wow.
By the time they moved the other dam, it was outdated by then. All of the old I-beams are riveted together. They're three-piece I-beam.
Yeah.
Nowadays, those come single piece from the foundry. And it just was not worth moving, I'm guessing. That's why they left it. And of course, it would have cost so much to move it. Why would you bother? But like I said, this was kind of your show place here.
Yeah.
This entryway here would have been probably very amazing. The marble on the walls and the stairs here are marble. In transportation instructions.
I had to.
No, it's just really weird for some weird reason. My cover opened.
Oh, well, I heard
All by
it-
itself.
I heard he went ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
The oculist told us a couple of times, he's directed me over here to get a photograph of an orb.
Right.
He said window river,
Right.
and we came over here and we got a shot of an orb over here.
Ah.
And then he told me to shoot up, I was shooting photographs.
Yeah.
And the oculist I was holding in one hand and said up, and I took 3 photographs up, and the third one, the orb was up there.
Huh.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're becoming accustomed to that. While I'm thinking about it, if on your equipment, he asked if you got a camera, don't answer. If you tell him yes, I'll do all of the stuff.
Ah.
But see, this is kind of an odd area though. See, I mean, you come in, it's really fancy. I can't imagine them not having some sort of window so that you could look in here and see this.
Yeah.
See the lights here that would have displayed, display board,
Yeah.
diagrams, whatever. It's sort of a publicity area, I think. I mean, and the only way onto the other side, unless they built a wall in here differently, would have been through the control room.
All right. What are you doing?
I said, I've got a lot of water. You didn't bother to tell me how you wear my work.
Yeah, you have to wear your boots in here. This is fast becoming an outdoor location.
I stepped in some weird stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that?
These were the only shoes that I had on.
Where are you running to?
By the way, you can close these doors if you want to stop the draft.
Where are you going?
Up here.
How are you going to bed?
I'm just saying, it's up here.
Huh. Oh, I want to go down there.
I'm going up there.
Oh, we've already been up there.
I've been up there.
We haven't. They have.
I've already been up there.
Oh, up
We
there,
went to the
that
offices.
was the substation.
Substation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the power substation. In the old days, all factories, they tried to self-contain them in one building. It was just the old style of doing it.
We went up there, didn't we?
No.
Oh, well, hell.
We came right past that.
That's right. We went straight into there.
I was gonna get you there eventually.
Ooh, that makes noise.
But yeah, it's very windy up here.
Nice view.
Some
yeah.
of the best view anywhere except for the roof.
No, Nathan, you can't go to the roof.
All right, that right there is one of the places you do not need to go. Well, someone has already almost fallen through that. If you'll look over there, there's a panel that's black. That was one of my little trespassers.
That's your trap for him.
You know, if it had not been for the conduit for the light in the ceiling below,
Yeah.
he would have fell through.
Mm.
And if you catch me in the right mood, I kind of think, too bad you didn't. It's
It's like, hey,
ongoing battle here.
See that ball over there? Go get it for me.
It's just ongoing.
Oh, you see it?
to keep people from.
Go over there and get it. Right there.
What is it? What do you
That
have?
green one. Go get it, Autumn.
That one?
Yeah, go get it. Go get it, Autumn. Bring it back.
Got no milk can out of there. It's pop top.
You said not to go in there, so I'm listening to the rules.
Oh.
You got that little sinus attack. It's not what it is.
Woo, man, it's leaking in there.
Yeah, see, and you know, it has been leaking, but this last big storm really made it bad for some reason.
Wow. Ah, there's the birds again.
I am
May get shit on.
really worried. Turn it off. I'm really worried they're about to come this place.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Well, we got
it's getting really dilapidated.
a visit from Tuesday.
I tell you what, don't look up.
Yeah, you might get some in
You might get shit on.
But up here, the activity is a little sparse. It just depends.
Yeah.
I've got orbs in here flying around a little bit. But a lot. I don't know what the deal is about third floor. It's just like, maybe they don't like the wind either.
Yeah. Whatever you do, Joe, don't look up. I said, whatever you do, don't look up.
That's gorgeous.
You may get shit on it.
There's your shot right there. Right here. Look.
Look right here. Look. Come over here.
Look.
I got that shot. I'm not sure.
Look at that shot. That is an awesome shot.
And that's the quarry down lower. See the rocky face there?
That's just a creep factor right there.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. You can go closer, huh? Oh, wow. Whew. Man, it's gonna be cold tonight. Freeze our asses off. You like it so far?
See them hanging like icing. When it dips here, it goes just like.
Yeah, there's some up there on the high beam.
Yep. This one here. This one.
Wow.
Yeah. Just tell me something.
You get your lens wet.
I know.
There's like stairs
See
over there.
stalagmites? There's stalactites hanging there. That's what I was telling them. I asked them, you know what these are? See? Here, see, look.
Yeah, I feel it.
It's where it drips. It's like in a cave.
Yep.
It's cold.
It's calcium.
Calcium.
So where do those stairs go that are way back there?
The stairs go up to the roof.
Oh no.
Oh, why?
There's a whole bunch of them.
I got it locked.
Yeah, you can't go up there.
Oh,
See, he told you.
Look, that old roof, I'm not even sure.
I'll be honest with you.
That's a long way down.
That's concrete, but that's concrete. I don't think I would want to put any more weight on it. Deep stairs suck.
Yeah, you know what? By today's standards, there's no leak. This part's too high, this part's too low, and the angle's too steep.
Can you imagine walking up these with the camber rig?
Yeah, it's too steep. Most of the regulations, no,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why they're awkward to come down. They're wrong. You and I did not go over here, they were all over on the other side. This other side over here is the executive offices, or was. This is Extreme Conjure the Demons.
We have a poker game right there.
Um,
Shit, the card's home.
There's good activity here, really good.
Really?
Really good. Here, here. I'll just keep trying that. Here, there's a young lady named Linda that's here. If bring her equipment, she'll come and play a little bit. She's quite young. We figured 14, 15. I think we got that on a spirit board. This is 14. And this part back here, this is a little oddity, but these stalls are like an addition to the transformer room, which is downstairs.
Right.
Each one of these stalls would have held 2 capacitors. That was to control the surge of electricity. The generators make DC electricity, okay? And modern dams do it also. It's much easier to generate DC. Then it's inverted to AC. So you have 6,000 volts nominal DC current. When you invert it, that gets you 43,000 volts of AC current. The capacitors would have helped control the surge.
That's not something I want to stick my tongue on.
No,
Well, if you want to.
You wouldn't want to step between that, no. Also, and I don't know who documented it, but I've been told since day one that in this wall back here, there are 2 bodies in this wall, somewhere between here and wherever. Story goes, one man fell into the concrete as they're pouring the wall, and his friend tried to get him out. He falls in also. You're shaking your head, no, no, no.
I'm sorry.
I don't, you know, look, I work construction too, and I know a body in the concrete would leave a void eventually, unless there was enough weight to just crush it into something that didn't matter. But the story says they couldn't get the bodies out, and they're here. Now, I have some UDPs where I asked, did he fall in the concrete? He says yes, and the Ovilus has asked us for help in here several times.
Huh.
So,
I mean,
it could just be some legend myth, you know, and I agree.
Yeah.
But, and I do, I always try to be the skeptic. I try not to just buy into everything that, you know.
Yeah.
But I've been told repeatedly by several people that this was the location.
and I'm not like,
But working in industrial maintenance and building and things, I know a body in that would leave a void that would weaken it. You know, who knows?
yeah, it's not like I'm saying, oh, you're lying or you're.
I know, you know, I mean, yeah, but you know, there's no solid concrete verification
Yeah.
that I've seen. And we hear stories over and over that supposedly there's 3 men buried at various locations here. But have I seen a body or a hand sticking out of the wall? No, you know.
Shit,
Who
you see a
knows?
hand sticking through the wall. I don't think we'd be here.
Just the old bonings part. Just
I mean, like last night, we were over at the
the
hospital.
hospital, yeah. That
Damn.
place is crazy.
We were in
sometimes.
ICU, and Brandon comes up with these really kick-ass ideas. So he played
He's good at
EKG,
this, yeah.
and all of a sudden, we heard a,
Oh, he
on
told
the
us about
door.
that. Yeah, they was knocking on the door.
and I go, Brandon, the door, go look. He said, nope. Joe's over here saying, if that was you, go ahead and do that again. And it did it again, and boy, he got up and he's standing there right at the door, like this, kicked the door.
He wouldn't open it, he just kicked
It was the funniest damn thing I've ever seen.
We were over there, and we kept seeing movement at the end of the hall, and we got this impression that they weren't happy with us. And I found out why later.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that. It's another story completely. But I was being all goofy, and I said, "Can you tell me where the cafeteria is?" And I was expecting some kind of response from them.
Right.
And all the people that were with me, I looked around and they're laying on the floor laughing. They're like, "That's the craziest thing." I'm like, well. But I told them too. There was something that was like chasing us around. I told them that we were just there to visit the sick and spread some good cheer for the day, you know. And he left us alone. It's
Yeah.
like, you know. But we had the Ovilus there, and we were on the 2nd floor by the nurse's station.
Yeah.
And there were so many trying to speak to the Ovilus that all it could do was go. It couldn't say anything because there were so many of them. And I left my digital recorder at the nurse's desk and told them, "You want to tell me something? Come by." And we came back and it was laying in the middle of the hall and it hasn't worked since.
I know we were using the Echovox last night, and boy, we couldn't make edgewise.
See, I kept asking them, one at a time.
Yeah.
And you would get a word and then it would just go back to
Yeah, that was funny as hell because, pardon my language.
Oh, no.
He was called an asshole. He was called an asshole, and he goes, "Did you just say asshole?" And then it said fuckhead. I about died.
I got so frustrated with the Oculus too, I turned it off.
Yeah.
And I said, let's go take a break. And we're picking everything up in this little voice. And I can just picture a little old man. And this voice said, now.
Yeah.
I said, did you say that? And no. And I got to thinking about it. There's a rug in the hallway.
Yeah.
We were all like across the hallway, sitting down or on our knees. He was telling us to get out of the hallway. Now. That's what, and we heard now, like that. And you got this feeling that, you needed to leave, So he was just a little irate with us blocking the hallway, I guess. But, yeah, that was amazing. I was not prepared for the hospital.
Yeah.
Really, I had no idea it was going to be like that. And when I got over there, I had to have a day of reflection after that. I had to sit down for a while after that. It was amazing. I'd never seen activity like that. It's good here, but not like there.
Yeah, that was my second time there, but I had asked, I'm like, call me a nasty name.
Yeah.
And then asshole came out.
Yeah, well, that's me. Any kind of response is a response.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking for, I want a response.
But hey, he asked for it, and then, but he's like, asshole. I guess that wasn't good enough. Then they came out and said, fuckhead.
No, I asked it to repeat
And
what it
also,
said.
also, I didn't know any better, and when we got there was nothing going on. I'm pretty sensitive, and I was like, what's the big deal? There's nothing here. And we played with the wheelchairs.
Oh, yeah, Autumn did
Oh,
that.
well, no, and I've been told since then that I angered more than one by playing with the wheelchair. And that's when all the activity started. It was when we played, we were running the wheelchairs up and down the hallway and being children. And, they were angry about it.
We started getting activity because we were ignoring them. We didn't pay any attention to them.
Yeah, where you just sit and be quiet and don't say anything. And
Oh, no, we were just talking amongst ourselves. We started hearing noises, but we didn't acknowledge it. We were ignoring them. And Brandon said, yeah, when you start ignoring them, they get a little mad and they start wanting to show more.
Yeah, they want the attention, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
But I want to go back. I know more about it now. More about
He's
what
going
to
back
expect.
March next year.
Back March.
Yeah.
We could come to Waverly with us. We're going in March.
I've never been to Waverly.
I'll
It'll
go
be
back to Weever, but when is it?
March 17th, I believe.
So, I got February with you,
Yep, we're at St. Albans.
then the events Brendan has over there.
Right.
I believe April is the event here.
Yes, April.
Supposed to go here too. And,
Yeah.
I should be able to.
April, we're going to be filming a movie, so we won't be anywhere.
A movie.
Yeah, we landed a movie deal. We're the paranormal group in the movie.
Cool.
Plus, it's also a project that my girlfriend's been working on for the longest time.
Does that pay money?
We've been working on
Off
that.
here.
Yeah, turn the camera off, yeah. Yeah, I did that a while ago. Please turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you guys mess with the tri-field meter?
Tell you what,
Do you mess with the tri-field meter? A Gauss meter? You know what that
does
is?
he have a tri-field one? Oh, you're talking about the,
It's like a K2 EMF.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I got one.
All right, an EMF meter alone will not do anything, but
Yeah.
sometimes, a tri-field is measuring microwaves and other.
Microwave,
Yeah.
magnetic.
Right here, sometimes you get incredibly high readings, and then it's nothing. And I had a lady, paranormal medium, whatever, she told me, she said she thought there was a portal here at this wall.
What? Okay.
It would open, that's when we get the high readings, it would open, and then we got nothing and it would close. There's been no kind of utilities in here since 1962 or 3, I believe. So there's no reason for that to trigger like that I can think of.
Actually, you've got a big reason why that could happen.
What is it?
You've got a whole lot of water underneath this building.
The
that
water-
could
It's a conduit.
generate-
Water would cause that?
It can cause, it can, yeah.
Water's like
I
a
mean,
conduit.
It's possible. I mean, and you know, I mean, it's here sometimes and then sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
The advantage with this place is that you got flowing, a large body of water just coming
Yeah.
straight through.
Also,
the
it's,
theory-
it sits on limestone.
Yeah, and the
The
theory.
building, they went to the bedrock.
What is coincidental about that?
Yeah, limestone and flowing water, you know, but I mean.
I know, but do you know what's coincidental about that?
Well,
Old South Pittsburgh Hospital is built on limestone.
Is it?
And there is a stream running underneath.
I didn't know that.
That's what makes
That's
it
why,
so
you know,
powerful.
it's like
I
a
believe
Yeah.
I know Waverly Hills is
conduit,
built on
yes.
limestone.
Yeah, Waverly Hills is built on limestone, but I don't know about a stream
I
though.
don't know about extreme either.
Yeah.
Every place that's built on limestone has a large amount of activity.
Yeah, and I've always been told that limestone and flowing water, well, if the bedrock's
And enhances it.
limestone and you got the river, I mean, you couldn't ask for much more.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
But that's one of the reasons that this old building failed, is because with a limestone foundation, it
Holy
couldn't stand the stress.
shit, what's that?
That is what your and my grandfather would call a chimney sweep nest.
Oh, it's a bird's nest.
It's a bird's nest.
Okay.
Yeah, they live.
Look like a damn
in-
hornet's nest.
No, they live in, in chimneys.
Yeah.
There's nests will set the chimney on fire. The old folks hated them for that reason. And they just stick it to the wall, some kind of.
Damn birds.
Saliva, putty, who knows.
I gotta pee. Where's the,
The restroom's right here, but I'm not promising you where the plumbing goes. More marble in the restrooms. It must have been either a kickback deal or it was very cheap. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. There's the toilet right there.
But these were the executive offices here, here, here. That's where the water fountain went.
You can always go out the window. Nobody will know.
it's too cold.
Yeah, it is cold.
I'm already freaking,
I can't feel my
I'm
hand.
already doing the scared turtle.
This here would have been a conference room. And these things painted orange here, these were old telephone conduits
Yeah.
in the very, very early days.
All right.
Very, very early days, it would have been something really amazing to have telephones in the conference room.
Oh,
The
man.
old fluorescent light fixtures with, those are lucite panels. They're-
Shit, I can't even feel my fingers.
Bird's nest everywhere.
Son of a bitch.
That's our buddies.
That's awesome. My camera's never done that before.
Oh, on its own? Oh, things do a lot of stuff when you're on your own. All right, the original use for these tunnels was to house the power transmission lines.
Right.
They would have lain in these racks here, big cables, come through these registers down here at the end. The power came from the steam plant, which was built out here to keep up with the demand for electricity. And then it was transmitted through these tunnels on the cables into the transformer house to be inverted to AC electricity and then sent up to the substation. I can't walk and talk at the same time. No. But all these trays, and remember this was all done in the 20s, right?
Right.
It was installed in the 20s. These trays were built out of a brand new material back then, and I forgot the proper trade name for it, but the two brand new materials were fiberglass and asbestos fibers.
Love asbestos.
Well, it's not gonna hurt you unless you stir up the dust out of it. but
Oh, yeah.
It's, you know, it was something that was state of the art, and it's something we wouldn't dare use now, you know?
What in the hell is all that?
Okay, these,
Those are wheels.
no, those are insulators for the cables to mount on.
Really?
Yes, and most of them have collapsed. See, look,
And they're heavy suckers too.
they are ceramic.
And falling apart.
They're ceramic or porcelain. I don't know which is which.
Nice.
I don't know how to tell porcelain from ceramic. I think that's porcelain.
Yeah.
Anyway, the high voltage lines will be mounted on these to insulate them.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but by the time they left, these were outdated. No one uses them anymore. And they were brand new in the crates, and they've lain here until the crates have rotted away from them.
Damn.
And they're useless. Except we did find on eBay. Someone was selling them as lawn art.
Damn.
Okay, the toys are here. We call this the children's room.
I see.
Toys are triggers, of course.
In a freaking tunnel, a kid's room, really?
Well, there were investigators here way before I was coming that felt like there were a lot of children's spirits here.
Uh-huh.
And they used this room to kind of locate them, to bring them down here. The activity here varies from so-so to not at all.
Huh.
For me, anyway. I've had other investigators say they get good activity down here, but hey, you never know.
Well, that's going to be fun to be down here in the dark.
Come and try. Like I said, once it gets dark outside, it's so dark in here that you never gain night vision. You can't ever get to where you can see. I always remember to stay on this wall.
Yeah, you don't want to get spiked.
We have not got everything fixed here. This will be painted and reflectorized a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to get spiked.
All this wood that's laying here is so seasoned and hard you can't drive it down with it.
Try to watch your head.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to take these down, get them out of here. These are things for Art Deco lamps. Very cool. No, you can't have them. I just don't take anything out of here. I just don't want anybody to take anything anymore.
Good Lord, is a long ass tunnel.
By the way, you see the wood?
Yeah.
It's not, it's concrete. But the concrete puts so much pressure on the forms when they poured it
Yeah.
that you can literally feel the grain of the wood.
Huh.
You can run your finger over it, you can feel it.
So this is where they feel that someone is following them. Why would they get the idea that someone is following them? Was there a tragedy that happened somewhere in these tunnels?
I don't know that they got, but a lot of times the activity is really good down here.
Uh-huh.
And as you move to another place, they seem to go with you sometimes.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Okay, I'm trying to do this so we don't do too much backtracking. All right, we call this the crossroads.
Okay.
Just because it's where it all comes together. Right here we get really, really good activity. At times, this is the most active place in the whole property. Not always. It changes. Here it changes. It's not the same. They'll be here for a month or two.
Right.
Then the activity will be more on the second floor. Here's that front floor. All right, this tunnel here.
Does it go very far?
Yeah, it does. It goes to the other building. Over here is building 2.